Hi folks, this is Kevin Canavati, and I'm glad Mr. Akaski is safe. He will now re-deliver Mr. Longo's lesson from September 1869. I mean 1969, back when he was our age.
Okay, thank you. 53 years ago, when I was your age, I was in 10th grade. And at the age of 15, I was already a professional musician. I was playing gigs, club day gigs, weddings, bar mitzvahs with my father and brother, and I knew over 900 songs from State Book number 1. So when I was in the 10th grade, Mr. Longo, the high school jazz lab director, announced that this pianist that graduated the year before had to be replaced. So I stepped up to the plate and I said, Mr. Longo, I can do the job. And he says, do you know how to read chord charts? I said, sure I do. He said, okay, be at the jazz ensemble rehearsal tonight at 7 o'clock. I showed up, I played the 3-hour rehearsal, and when it was over, Mr. Longo dismissed everybody except for me. He said, Joe, I need to talk to you. And he said, Joe, do you listen to jazz? And I said, I think so. He says, I don't think you do. He says, I'm going to bring you an album tomorrow, and I want you to listen to it. Okay, so the next day, he brought me this album. This album. Now, not an album like this. This is the album. Like, look how old it is. You see how old it is? Okay, this 53 years ago. And at that time, he was already 10 years old. So he gave me this album, and I went home, and I saw on the back that there were only 3 songs on each side. And I said, usually there's 6 songs on each side on an album. And I don't even know any of these songs except for Bye Bye Blackbird. You know, all the Around Midnight, Taz the Light. I never heard. Bye Bye Blackbird I knew. Let's play a little bit of Bye Bye Blackbird. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's what I know as Bye Bye Blackbird. So I said, all right, let me listen to what it sounds like. So I put the record on. I don't hear Bye Bye Blackbird. I don't hear that song. This must be some kind of a weird introduction. Well, that sounds like Bye Bye Blackbird, Pack Up All My Cares and Woes, but he's not playing the right rhythm. And what instrument is that? Well, there's a trumpet. It doesn't sound like a trumpet to me. But he was late. That's supposed to be right on the downbeat. He was late. And now it is a trumpet. It's a trumpet with a mute. But why are you playing a solo with a mute? You only use a mute when you're accompanying someone, and this is supposed to be a solo. Yeah, I hear the tune, but it's not the way I'm used to hearing it. Now, he missed a whole measure. He came in a whole measure late. What is he doing to the song? Okay, I hear that's the bridge. That's the third line that we all have. That's the bridge. But again, he's missing the downbeat. Okay, so that's the bridge, and now he's going back to the A section. Oh, did you hear that? He cracked a note. I can't believe that they left that on the record. He cracked the note. And I heard another crack in there. He's kind of sloppy. He doesn't practice long tones. Well, that's the end of the song. I guess he's gonna play it again. But I look at the record and I see that there's all this black before the next band starts, the next song. What is he gonna do? Play the song like 15 or 16 times? What happened to Bye Bye Blackbird? It's not there. What's he playing? So I'm listening. I guess this is jazz because I really don't understand it. And at that point, I was hearing the harmony. Ah, I can hear it. That's the bridge. That's the third line of the music. Oh, I see. He's playing his own composition, his own song, based on the chord changes of Bye Bye Blackbird. There is the end of the song, and what we call, what I later found out, now my students don't understand this, that is the first chorus. The song that we all know is called the head, and when a musician improvises on the changes of the head, it's called taking a chorus. When I was only 15 years old, I wasn't ready for the sophistication of bebop jazz. Decades later, I would return to it with the help of my own students, namely Sam Dillon, who is now making a name for himself, and Lisa Gary, who's also making a name for herself, and my own children. Ben went to Bronx Science and studied jazz there, and Daniel went to LaGuardia and learned a lot about jazz. So as I'm getting into jazz more in my old age, I'm so proud of the 34 students in this room that signed up for chamber music thinking that it was only going to be classical and instead are starting to dig jazz. So let's do our arrangement of our version of Bye Bye Blackbird. Okay? And we'll have, do you want to take a solo on this, Josh? No. Okay, all right, but we'll start with Mizuki and then Jason. So 1, 2, 3, 4.